Hello kids, welcome back once again to your online English classes. Once again, I'm here to teach you all from your grammar, and today I will be covering another topic of grammar, that is direct and indirect speech. So let's start. Students, there are two ways to convey a message of a person, or the words spoken by a person to other person. All right, the very first one is direct speech and another one is indirect speech. Okay, as you can see this flowchart also, speech is divided into two parts, direct and indirect. Students, direct speech, in the English language there are two ways of conveying what someone else has said. Alright, and the direct is called quoted speech and the indirect is called reported speech. Now students, you must be thinking, what is direct speech? Alright, what is it? So students, direct or quoted speech involves quoting the exact words that are uttered by the person, and that is also within inverted commas or quotation marks. Alright, see this example, it's written Annie said. You can see here there is a comma and then inverted comma is also used. I will be coming home tonight. This is there in the inverted commas, right? So this is called your direct speech, that you also say quoted speech. This is a statement. Let's check out what is indirect speech. Students, your indirect speech or reported speech on the other hand does not have to be within quotes, alright, or reported word to word. Students, in fact, unless one is relaying the exact words spoken, one should never use quotation marks. Getting my point? For example, you can see it's given here. She said that she would be coming home that night. Got it? So here there is no need of putting it into quotes, no quotation mark is required. Students, in your direct speech, that is your quoted speech, the original words of it, and there is no change. Alright, there is no change, and that are also enclosed in quotation mark. While in indirect speech, students, some changes are made in original words of the person because these words have been uttered in past, so the tense will change accordingly and pronouns may also be changed accordingly. Got it? Hope now it's clear to you. In direct speech there is no change, and in indirect speech there are changes accordingly. Students, let's know more about it. Let's check out the structure. Students, it will be seen that in direct speech, the exact words of the speaker have been used. Just now I've told you. The wordy quote have been put up within inverted commas, right? And quotation marks, right? And the first letter of the quotation begins with a capital letter, and there is always a comma of a colon after said that introduces the spoken words. Alright. And in indirect speech, students, the speech that is reported is not put up, within inverted commas and does not begin with a capital letter also. That has been placed before the indirect speech. Alright. See this example, students. A sentence of indirect speech is here. He said that he worked in a factory. In this sentence, students, the second part, he worked in a factory. This is called reported speech. Alright. Hope it's clear to you. So students, this is reported speech, the second part of indirect speech, alright, in which something has been told by a person which is enclosed in quotation marks in direct speech is called reported speech, alright. Students, let's have a quick look at these examples, direct to indirect speech. The very first one is, he said, I am happy. Students, this is given in direct speech. You can see comma is also used and inverted commas are also there. That is the indication that it is direct speech, and its indirect is, he said that he was happy. So students, see here that conjunction is used after said, and I pronoun has been changed to he. Alright, and at last there is a full stop. Next example, you can see it's written, I said to him, you are intelligent. Indirect is, I said him that he was intelligent. Hope now it's clear to you. In direct speech, we have used comma as well as quotation marks, and in indirect speech, we have not used anything, only a full stop is there. Okay? Students, have a look at these fundamental rules for indirect speech. The very first one is that a reported speech is not enclosed in quotation marks. So make it very clear that the reported speech is not at all enclosed in quotation mark. Alright, next is that use of word that, right? The word that is used as a conjunction between the reporting verb and reported speech. Hope it's clear to you. Next, students, is your change in pronoun. The pronoun, the subject of the reported speech is changed according to the pronoun of reporting verb or object. Alright, of a reporting verb, first part of the sentence. I will show you some examples also in my upcoming slides, then it will be more clear to you. Students, in some cases, the pronoun may not change also. That also I'll be showing you in my upcoming slides. Suppose students, your friend whose name is John tells you in school that I will give you a pen. Alright, and you come to home and you want to tell your brother what your friend told you. So there are two ways to tell him. One is direct speech and the another one is your indirect speech. So how you are gonna speak in direct speech? Here is the example. Just have a look. John said, then a comma, then inverted comma begins as it is a direct speech. I will give you a pen, right? And if you want to speak it indirectly, so you will say John said that. After said, we will be using conjunction that, and we will be omitting comma as well as inverted commas, right? Then this I will be changed to he. John said that he will be changed to would. He would give me a pen. Your you will be changed to me. Hope now it's very clear to you how to speak it. Direct speech, you will speak it directly. There won't be any change. And in direct speech, there will be change, right? You will be omitting commas and inverted commas, these punctuation marks, as well as you will be adding the conjunction that. You will be changing the pronouns. I is changed to he. You is changed to me over here according to the sentence. Alright, hope now it's clear to you. Let's move forward. See students, here are the rules to change sentences from the direct to indirect speech. The very first one is personal pronouns change. See students, in direct speech, if I is given and the reported speech, it will be he or she according to the subject. If the subject is male, it will be he. If the subject is female, it will be she. Alright. Similarly, you is changed. Either it will be I, he, she, you, they. According to the subject, you have to use it. And then he, she, it, if it is given in direct speech. In the indirect also, it will remain the same. No change will be there. Alright. We, if it is given in direct speech, so in indirect speech, it will become they. Alright, you have to be very cautious with this, that we will change to they. And they remains unchanged. There is no change in they. Alright, if it is given in direct speech, they, and so in indirect speech also, in reported speech, they will remain the same. Let's have a look at these examples. The very first one is given here, I want to go home. Students, so I is used here, so we can say he also or she also, because here we are not knowing whether that person is male or female, right? He, she said, he, she wanted to go home. Here I am saying this because I don't know who the person is. Agar boy hoga to hum bolenge he said he wanted to go home. If there is a girl, you will say she said she wanted to go home. Alright. See the next example of you. You need to study. It is given in direct speech. So its indirect will be, she told me I needed to study. Alright. Have you seen how this you has been changed to I here? Let's see the next example. We want some fruit. So indirect will be, he said they wanted some fruit. Hope now it's clear to you how we is changed to they. Alright. Now let's move on further. Students know more about it. Changes the pronouns. See here, students, in reported speech, we usually need to change the pronouns. Just now I have also told you. Example, I, you, me, this, these, etc. And possessive adjectives also. Example, my, your, etc. You will see the table in my upcoming slides also. We usually change the pronouns from first person to third person. See, I, me will be changed to third person according to the sentence, according to the subject. And second person, your you, your will be changed to we and us. And however, we do not need to change the first person pronoun I when the speaker is reporting his her own words. Please keep it in your mind. It is very important point that we do not need to change the first person pronoun I when the speaker is repeating his her own words. Hope now it's very clear to you. Please don't be confused. Keep it in your mind, and in my upcoming slides you will understand it in a much better way with tables. So here we go. Students, have a look at this table, changes of pronouns. In direct speech, I is given. So in indirect speech, it will become he or she accordingly. You will be changed to I, she, he, we, they according to the question, your statement. Then we will be changed to they, me will be changed to him or her. You will change to him, her, us, them according to the subject, right? Us will be changed to them. My will be changed to his or her. Your will be changed to my, his, her, are, their according to the sentence. Alright, our will be changed to their, mine will change to his, hers, and yours will be changed to mine, his, hers, ours, theirs. Alright students, hope it's very clear to all of you how to change the pronouns. Alright, next in the sequence is ours, our was there, so we have changed it to their. If it is given ours, we will speak theirs. Alright, you will come to know when I will be teaching you in my upcoming slides with examples, then it will be more clear to all of you. Alright, let's move on further. Students, see this flow chart. The second verb tense change here, reporting word, that is say or tell. Alright, so students, in your present or future, don't change the tense. Alright, but in past you have to change the tense. Got it? You have to change the tense in the past. In present or future, there is no need to change the tense or say and tell. Alright, let me show the slides to you how you are gonna do it. Students, see this. Whenever we are reporting things in the present, future or present perfect, we don't change the tense. Alright, we never change the tense when we are reporting things in the present, future or present perfect. Please make it very clear. See these examples. He thinks he loves her. I'll tell her you are coming. He has said he'll do it. See these underlined, right? So here you seen that we are not at all changing. Alright, we are not at all changing the tense over here. Hope it's clear to you. Students, reporting verb is in the present tense here. Alright, students, next see, whenever we are reporting things that are always true, जैसे हम लॉज ऑफ नेचर भी कहते हैं, सो वी डोंट चेंज द टेंस इवन व्हेन द रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब इज इन द पास्ट टेंस. ऑलराइट, so see this example. He said that the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So we are not at all going to change the tense over here because it's a universal truth that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Alright, or if something is true, whenever we are reporting, then also we don't change the tense. For example, you can see here, I told her you were always late. I told her you are always late. Are always late, हमेशा late होते हैं, तो that is also true. So you are not going to change the tense over here. Hope now it's clear to you. Students, in other cases, if the verb in the main sentence is in the past tense, so the other verbs are usually in one of the past tense too. Alright, keep it very clear in your mind. See this table, students. Second verb tense change. Here present simple changes to past simple. Present continuous changes to past continuous in indirect speech. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Right? Past simple in your indirect speech if it is given. So in your indirect speech it will be past simple perfect. Right? Future will change to would plus bare infinitive. Alright? And modal verbs, your can will change to could, shall will change to should, must will change to had to. Alright? See this table, students. Once again have a look. Your present simple changes to past simple. Present progressive means your present continuous changes to past continuous. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous. And see in the past tense what happens. Your past simple changes to past perfect. Your past continuous changes to past perfect continuous, and past perfect is not at all changed. It remains the same. Past perfect is not at all changed. And students, future simple changes to future in the past, and future perfect changes to future in the past perfect. Alright, see this table, students. Here it will be more clear to all of you. Students, for your better understanding, all the tenses have been described in a very beautiful way. Just have a look. Present, past and future. Alright, all these three tenses have been described. How you're gonna change it, how you're gonna change the form. See your simple present tense. Here see the verb write is given here. Right, first form of the verb. This simple present will change to your simple past, and this write will become wrote. Alright, see next structure. See the structure of present continuous, present progressive is am are plus verb plus ing form. Like example is also given, am writing. So this will be changed to past continuous. It will be was word plus verb plus ing form. This is the structure. So it will be was writing. Alright. Your present perfect will change to past perfect. See the structure of present perfect tense. Have plus has plus verb third form. See the example, have written. So it will become had written. The structure is had plus verb third form. Alright. Next is your present perfect continuous. Have, has been plus verb third form. So have been written, it will change to past perfect continuous. That will be had been plus verb third form. So it will become had been written. Alright. Hope now it's clear to you the present tense changes, how your present tense changes to past tense. So these were the structures. Let's check out the past tense. So students, see the structure of the past tense. Your simple past will be changed to past perfect. Alright, see here your verb second form or third form will change here. Had plus verb third form. into this it will be changed. If wrote is given here, so that's it will become had written. Alright, and your past continuous will change to past perfect continuous. See the structure, was / word plus verb ing form, that is called gerund. So was writing will become had been written, had been plus verb third form. Alright, hope now it's clear to you. Let's check out the future tense structure. Students, in your future tense, your simple future, see the structure, shall / will plus verb first form. The example is also given, shall write. So this simple future will change to future in the past. Your shall, this modal verb will change to should, will change to would. Alright, and verb first form will remain the same. So shall write will become should write. Alright, see the next one, future continuous. Students, the structure is shall, in the brackets given will also, plus be plus verb ing form. The example is shall be writing. So students, this your future continuous will change to future continuous in the past. That will be shall will become your should and will become your would, plus be plus verb ing form. So that will be should be writing. Alright, next is your structure of future perfect. Shall, in the bracket will is given, plus have plus verb third form. See the example, shall have written. So this will change to future in the past only. Your shall will become should, will become would, have will remain the same, verb third form will remain the same, it will be should have written. Alright, next is your future perfect continuous. See the structure, shall, bracket, in the bracket it is given will, have been plus verb ing form. So the example is here, shall have been writing. So this will to future in the past only. Shall will become should, will become have been, will remain the same, and verb plus ing form will remain the same, it will be should have been writing. Hope now it's clear to all of you. Students, for your better understanding, I'm going to tell you the examples also. See the very first one, your present simple is changing into past simple. See, I phone my friends every day. So indirect will be she told him that she phoned her friends every day. Alright, see the next example of your present progressive, your present continuous. In the direct speech it is given, I am waiting for Kate. So past progressive it will be, he said that he was waiting for Kate. Alright, see the next example, your past simple, I made it yesterday. So it will be changed to past perfect, and here is the example, he said that, you are going to add the conjunction that over here, he said that he made it yesterday. Alright, or students, in spite of using yesterday, you could also use the previous day. Alright, next it's given future simple. In your direct it is written, I will study better. So in your indirect speech it will be future in the past. It will become like this, he said that he would study better. Alright, hope it's clear to you. Next students, your present perfect. As I have told you in my previous slides also, that your present perfect will change to past perfect. Got it? Your present perfect will change to past perfect. So here is your example, students. The example is, I have been to France. I have been to France 3 times. So here in your indirect speech it will be, he said that he had been to France 3 times. Alright, hope now it's clear to all of you. Students, have a look at these modal verbs. Your can is changed to could, and students, your could is changed to had been able to. Alright, your be2 is changed to was, were to. Your may is changed to might. Your have to is changed to had to, and students, your must is also changed to had to. Alright, keep these things very clear in your mind. And students, your modal verbs could, would, alright, they do not change. Your could, would, and your might and should, they do not change, they remain the same. Alright, so keep it in your mind very clearly that could, would, might and should don't change in your speech. Students, now have a look at this flow chart, changes of time words. See here, students, please keep it in your mind. Please write it down somewhere that your time words are changed. Students, pronouns also change here. Everything has been described here. Just have a look. This changes to that, these changes to those, now changes to then, today becomes that day, tomorrow becomes the next day, ago becomes before, next year becomes the following year, last week becomes the previous week, the day after tomorrow becomes 2 days later in today's time. Alright, yesterday becomes the day before, last week becomes the previous week, and here becomes there. Hope it's very clear to all of you. Students, now let me tell you about indirect speech of imperative sentence. You know what is an imperative sentence? A sentence which expresses command, request, advice or suggestion is called imperative sentence. Alright, just have a look at the example. Open the door. Please help me. Learn your lessons. So students, here we can see a sentence whosoever is expressing command, request, advice or suggestion is called imperative sentence. Alright. And students, to change such sentences into indirect speech, the word ordered or requested or advised or suggested or forbade or not to do, it is added to reporting verb depending upon nature of imperative sentence and reported speech. Alright, we always use these words. Here are the examples, just have a look. Students, if in your direct speech it is written like this, he said to me, please help me. Please word is used here, right? So I have just now told you in imperative sentences only we use please and all these sort of words. So in direct in speech you will say, he requested me to help him. Got it? You will say, you will not say he said to me, you will say he requested me to help him. Got it? Your said to will change to requested. Alright. Next students, is the example, she said to him you should work hard for exam. So indirect will be he suggested him to work hard for exam. See the next example, it's written they said to him do not tell a lie, right? It's given in direct speech. So it's indirect will be they said to him not to tell a lie. Alright. Next it's written he said open the door. It's an order. So you will say he ordered to open the door. Alright. Make it very clear in your mind. You are going to remove said and said to and you are going to use these words. Alright. These are called reporting verbs. Next example is the teacher said to student. The teacher said to student. So this said to will change to advised because teacher is giving an advice to the child. That is why you will say advised word will be used here. So the teacher is saying something. The teacher said to student, do not waste time. So here the teacher is giving advice. So in indirect speech it will become the teacher advised the students not to waste time. Hope it is very clear to all of you. Now students, I will be talking about exclamatory sentences, indirect speech of exclamatory sentences. Alright, what are exclamatory sentences now? Sentence which expresses state of joy or sorrow or wonder, right? They are called exclamatory sentences. These are the examples, just have a look. Hooray, we won the match. After hooray we have used exclamatory mark, right? Hooray, we won the match. Alas, I failed the test. Wow, what a nice shirt it is. So these are the examples of exclamatory sentence. Now I will be telling you how to use these exclamatory sentence in your indirect speech. What are the changes that you're going to do? Let's have a look. So students, here see, to change the sentences, the words exclaimed with joy or exclaimed with sorrow or exclaimed with wonder is added in the reporting verb depending upon the nature of exclamatory sentence in direct speech. Alright, see this example. In the direct speech, student, it is given, he said, hooray, I won a prize. So in indirect speech it will become, he exclaimed with joy that he had won a prize. He was happy, right? That is why you will say, you will replace this said and you will say he exclaimed with joy that he had won a prize. Alright, you will replace hooray and you are gonna speak this. Next example, have a look. She said, alas, I failed an exam. So you will say, she exclaimed with sorrow because she was not feeling happy, right? She exclaimed with sorrow that she failed in the exam. I guess you are understanding it. Next example, just have a look. John said, wow, what a nice shirt it is. So here John is wondering, right? So in indirect speech you will say, John exclaimed with wonder that it was a nice shirt. Alright, I am repeating again. John exclaimed with wonder that it was a nice shirt. Hope students, now the idea is very clear to all of you. What I am actually willing to tell you, that how to change your exclamatory sentences from direct to indirect speech. You are going to use these words, exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow and exclaimed with wonder. Alright. Students, indirect speech for interrogative sentence. Now have a look. Interrogative sentence means the sentences in which we ask questions. Whenever we ask a question, that's called interrogative sentence. जहाँ भी आपको question mark दिख जाए. Whenever at the end of the sentence you find a question mark or WH family words are used, obviously, so then that sentence becomes an interrogative sentence, right? So students, for changing interrogative sentence into indirect speech, we have to observe the nature of question, alright, and then we have to change it into indirect speech. According to it, rules for indirect speech are as follows. Just have a look. A question can be of two types, right? One type which can be answered in only yes or no, right, and students, other type which needs a little bit explanation for its answer and cannot be answered in only yes or no, that everyone knows, right? See this example, students. The direct speech is given. They said to me, did you go to school? So its indirect will be, they asked me, right? Whenever you are asking a question, right? So you will be using this word asked. Rather than saying said to, you will say asked. They asked me if I had gone to school. Students, it's very important part. Please keep it in your mind, because in your class 10, in your sentence transformation, your questions will be there and you have to use it. So be very careful. You have to use if or whether, right? If I had gone to school. Hope now this idea is clear to you. Students, have a look at the rules for interrogative sentences. This is a very, very important part, students, because in your class 10th, just now I have told you that in sentence transformation it will be required. A dialogue will be given to you and fill in the blanks will be there. A paragraph will be given and you have to change it. And so interrogative sentences are there, so be very cautious while doing it. Follow these rules. Rule number 1, change comma with if. Normally students, comma and quotation marks are replaced by word that. But for interrogative sentences, word if is used instead of that, and this rule is applicable for all interrogative sentences, alright, except those starting with what, where, which, etc. Rule number 2 is change tense. Students, tense of reported speech is changed as per standard rule, which tells that present tense is converted to past tense and past tense to past perfect tense. Will or shall will be replaced by would or should, and this rule is applicable if reporting speech is in the past, alright. Rule number 3, students, no changes. As per standard rules of direct and indirect speech, reporting speech remains same. Although said word can be replaced, which is described in rule number 4 also. I'll be telling you that said word is changed. Just now we have also changed it. We have used the word asked, right? So student, rule number 4 is changed said. Word said in reporting speech is replaced by words such as asked and inquired, depending upon context of the reporting speech, alright. Just now I have shown you the example. There we have used the word asked, alright. Rule number 5 is there, you have to remove the question mark. Students, question mark placed at the end of the sentence in direct speech is eliminated and it is replaced by full stop after converting it into indirect speech, and it is applicable for all type of sentences. In indirect speech, we have to put a full stop at the end. Everyone must be aware, I have taught you. Students, rule number 6 is that you don't use if or that. Sentence that start with WH, such as where, who, what, why, when converted to indirect speech, this rule applies. Alright, and according to this rule, students, comma and quotation marks are just removed and no word replaces those punctuation marks. Hope now it's very, very clear to all of you what are the rules that you have to follow while changing interrogative sentence from direct to indirect speech. So let's now do a quick revision of direct and indirect speech. Students, direct speech reports or quotes the exact word spoken, and indirect speech is also known as reported speech. Alright, direct speech, its purpose is to report exactly what was said by someone by using quotation marks, and indirect speech, student, its purpose is to report on what someone said in the past. Alright, students, your direct speech is accompanied by a reporting verb. It could be single phrase or quotative frame, right? And your indirect speech, it uses reporting verbs such as say, tell, said, talk and speak. Alright. Next in the sequence, in direct speech, students, you will keep the verb tense the same in the quotations, and in your indirect speech, normally you will change the verb tense, right, when using in indirect speech. Students, for your better understanding, here is the table. Here, time and place in reported speech, I will be teaching you. Quick revision of this. See the very first one, indirect speech, if it is given now, so in reported speech it will become then. So here is the example, the children are playing outside now. So indirect will be, he said that the children were playing outside then. Today will change to that day. Here is the example. In your direct speech it's given, I have got a piano lesson today. So its indirect will be, she said that she had got a piano lesson that day. Today will be changed to that day. Here will be changed to there. Put the box here. Its indirect will be he told us to put the box there. This will change to that. I shall be very busy this week. She said she would be very busy that week. So here you have seen how this is changing to that. Tomorrow will be changed to the following day, the next day, the day after. You can say anything. See this example. I will leave for New York tomorrow. Its indirect will be she said that she would leave for New York the next day. Alright. Next in the sequence is given next week. If it is given in direct speech, so its indirect will be the following week, the next week, the week after. See the example. I have an appointment next week. So its indirect will be she said that she had an appointment the following week. Next is yesterday. Yesterday changes to the previous day, the day before. Its example is our English teacher quizzed us yesterday. They said their English teacher had quizzed them the day before. So you must have seen how come that yesterday is changed to the day before. Next in the sequence, it's given last week. So students, your last week is changed to the previous week, the week before. Alright, let's have a look at the example. It's written here, we had an awful earthquake last week. So its indirect will be, they told us they had an awful earthquake the previous week. Why am I using had here? Had means I have told you it's relating to own something, to possess something. So they were owning that earthquake. That earthquake came, right? So that last week has changed to the previous week. Next it's written ago. Ago will be changed to before or previously. Here is the example. The letter came a few days ago. So its indirect will be he said the letter had come a few days before. Alright. Next is given tonight. Tonight will change to that night. Here is the example. I am going for a beer with Carl tonight. So its indirect will be he said that he was going for a beer with Carl that night. Hope it's very clear to all of you. So students, here have a look at this table, tense changes in reported speech. Let's do a quick revision of this. Your present simple will change to past simple. See the example, she always wears a coat. It will become he said that she always wore a coat. Your present continuous will change to past continuous. The example is I am looking for my keys. In reported speech it will be she said that she was looking for her keys. Your present perfect will become past perfect. She has written 3 letters for her friend. Past perfect will be he said that she had written 3 letters for her friend. Past simple will become past perfect. Here is the example. My friend gave me a bar of chocolate. Past perfect will be he said that his friends had given him a bar of chocolate. Alright. Your modal auxiliary verb will change to would. I will finish my report in 2 days. Its example will be in reported speech. He said that he would finish his report in 2 days. Can will change to could. See the example. It's written in direct speech. I can speak English. Its reported will be she said that she could speak English. Alright. May will change to might. In direct it will be I may invite them to dinner, and its reported speech will be she said that she might invite them to the dinner. Alright. Must will change to had to. See the example. I must go to the bank and get some money. Its reported speech will be she said that she had to go to the bank and get some money. Alright. Your have to will change to had to. Please make it very clear in your mind that your have to will change to had to. Have a look at the example. I have to submit this assignment by 3 p.m. tomorrow. So its reported will be she said that she had to submit this assignment by 3 p.m. tomorrow. You could also say she said that she had to submit this assignment by 3 p.m. the next day. Alright. Students, just do a quick revision of this table of pronouns. How come we have to change from direct speech to reported speech, that it changes in pronouns. Just have a look. According to the sentence, students, we do make the changes according to the subject. If a subject is a boy, we will be using he. If the subject is a girl, we'll be using she, right? If in your direct speech I is given, so its reported will be he, she, right? If me is given, it will become him, her. We is given, it will become they. Us will become them. You will become he, she, they. Or here you will become him, her, them, according to the sentence. My will be changed to his or her. Mine will change to his, hers. Our will become their. Ours will become theirs. Alright. Your will become his, her, their, and yours will become his, hers, theirs. Alright, all these things, students, you have to keep in your mind, and my upcoming slides I will be telling you with the examples. So just have a look. Students, have a look at this table. Here are different examples. These are the rules for the change of pronouns in indirect speech. Just now I have told you. So here in direct speech, students, when I is given, its reported will be he, she according to the sentence. Here is the example. He said I like music. So its reported will be he said that he likes music. Alright. We is changed to they. See here in direct speech it is given Mike and Tom. We play football. So its reported will be Mike and Tom told me that they played football. Alright. If in your direct speech you is given, so its reported will be I, she, he, we, they according to the sentence. Alright, if for example in your direct speech it is given John, can you see me? So its reported will be John asked me if I could see him. Got it? John asked me if I could see him. Your they will remain the same. There won't be any changes, students. Here is the example. She said they have invited us. So its reported will be she said that they had invited them. Alright, us will change to them, but your they will remain the same. She will also remain the same. He said she works in an office. He said that she worked in an office. Alright, he will also remain the same. There won't be any changes. They said he does not have the necessary qualification. Its reported will be they said that he did not have the necessary qualifications. It will remain the same. There won't be any change. See the example, it's written they said it is raining. So the example of reported speeches, they said that it was raining. Alright, there is no change in it. Only your is changed. Is changed to was. Alright, hope now it's very clear to you. So students, that's all from my side. I have tried explaining you this topic of grammar in my best possible way. Hope you all would have loved it and understood it in a best possible way. And if still, students, you have got any query regarding anything, you can contact me personally as well. Feel free to talk. That's all from my side. Thank you very much for listening to me. Best of luck for your studies, and bye bye. Take care.